top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line, and he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now a first down throw for Young, and it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First and 10, Young. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Young. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Griffin. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Steps away to his left. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller from 19 yards away. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down, Young. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Here's Steve Young. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action now. Here's Steve Young. Rolling to his left. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. To throw, Young. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Young. Gates with a grab. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Toss wide side. This is Johnson. And he is met. He goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Suckup's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll look to throw here. He'll buy some time right. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Up the middle, Johnson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Succop's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. From way up at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a Broncos 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
To throw again on 2nd down, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Second and 5 now. Young flushed out right. Young into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point put through by Succop, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Fields throw complete here to Waller. On the move past the 40. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's out to his running back, Fournette. Touchdown, Broncos. Leonard Fournette, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
It's Young off play action. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll look downfield for Waller. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield. facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Fields. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
The Charger drive about to get going. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. After the interception, here's Griffin. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Griffin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Fields. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. The 20. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They go to Johnson again. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Chargers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Young here to throw. He's going to air one out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And that will light a finish to this ball game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half. And that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.